Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to go over wiring the rear camera and the front camera to each Granturismo model that I sell. There's been a lot of confusion, so I'm going to clarify it today, and I'm going to hook up, show you exactly how to hook up the rear camera on each model, the AuCar and the AcarNavi on all the different models. And then I'm also going to show how to connect the front cam. So let's go ahead and get started. So when you purchase any of the AuCar models, whether it's the 9-inch version or the 10.5-inch Tesla style model, you're going to get a reverse cam that looks just like this. This is the way the AuCars is going to come. So you're going to have the camera, the rear camera, with the two connections, and then you're going to have the main wiring harness here. So on the main wiring harness, on the head unit side, you're going to have a yellow RCA, and this one happens to be a blue. So whatever wires coming out of here, sometimes they're orange, sometimes they're red. This one happens to be kind of a, I guess, a purple or blue. But anyhow, the wire coming out of the one end, that's going to be your head unit side. And then on the other side, you're going to see a yellow RCA, a red connector, and then you're going to see this pigtail, black and red. You will not be using this black and red. So you could either, I would just wrap it up, kind of put it aside. So don't worry about this black and red at all. Okay? So all you need to do is very, very simple. So on the camera side, all you do, plug the red to red and the yellow to yellow. That is it. That's all that you need to do on the camera side, nothing else. On the head unit side, all you need to do is find there's going to be a connector that looks like this. You're going to have two short wires and then a pink wire, and then you're going to have a single RCA on this one, and it's going to say reverse in. So what you do, simply plug in RCA to RCA, and then on your main harness, you'll see this is the main harness that goes in. And then this is the harness that connects to your main harness on the car side. So after that, that's all hooked up. All you do is you'll find a brown wire that says back on it, and you connect the back wire and the single wire coming out of the RCA for the camera. That is all you do. That is it. That's the power and trigger wire for your reverse cam. So there's only two connections on each end. You have the two connections on the camera side, and you have the two connections on the head unit side. That's it. There's nothing more to connect on that. Once you get that in and you're testing it and you put it in reverse, if it shows a scrambled screen, then you need to go into the reverse settings and set it to AHD 720, 25 frames per second. So you'll go into, here's the reverse settings. You go to settings and then down to reversing. And then you go down, you scroll down a little bit, and you'll see that it says NTSC. That is for most cameras. However, and that's what it's going to be set to. However, you want this one right here. You want the AHD 720p 25 frames per second. That's for the HD digital camera. So that's what you're going to use. Like I say, the NTSC, most cameras are set that way. And that's so if you're going to use a different camera than what's supplied with the head unit, you're probably going to be using that. Here is the front cam that I sell on my website, and the one that I provide. It's just a small little cam. It looks good. It's very you know, it hides very well in the grill there. It looks really good, works very well too. So what you're going to do on this, you're going to see that you have the camera with the 2 plug-ins on there, and then you're going to have a pigtail that plugs in, and I'll demonstrate that here in a second. And then you're going to have the main wire harness with a red power on each end. So what you're going to do, you're going to take this pigtail, it's got a black and a red, and then this connector, you're going to connect to that, and then you're going to connect RCA to RCA, yellow to yellow. It doesn't matter which end. And then for the power, so you need to make sure and connect this in. This is going to bring the power to the camera. Now you can find a ground if you choose, and you could ground this. It seems to work just fine without the ground. However, you could always ground that up front somewhere, just to make sure that it's ground. Okay, and on the other end, we're going to connect the yellow RCA and the power to the head unit. On the head unit side for the front cam, you're going to find the wire that says CVBS in, and it's going to be a yellow RCA, and it is going to connect with the other end of the front cam. The next thing you want to do is you want to find the wire. It's going to be blue. This one's kind of a bluish purple, but it'll be a blue. And you're going to want to connect the ANT wire. That's power for the antenna. So this is my blue wire right here, and you're going to want to connect that. Okay, now you've made all your connections. So there's 2 connections behind the head unit, and there's the yellow RCA and the power to the on the front, on the camera end. So what you're going to do, you're going to go to your app tray, and you can move this onto the home screen if you want to, and you're going to find the AUX app, and you're going to open it up. And there's your front camera. There's the front cam. I have it upside down. And then to get to the settings, you just simply push the screen and go to settings, and you're going to see the camera is an NTSC. So this is an NTSC analog camera. Now if you want to go with a digital one, you could go in and you could change the camera settings. This next connection, what we're going to do is for the AuCar 10.5 inch Tesla style screen. So this is again is an AuCar. So you're going to have the exact same camera that comes with it. So I just showed you how to connect it. Well, so you have the 2 connections on the camera side right here, and then you're going to have the 2 connections on the head unit. So once again, you're not going to worry about this red and white tail here. You're not going to worry about that. Okay, so on the rear cam, what you need to do, you need to find the orange RCA that is marked CCD-V. Okay, so that's going to be what you connect the yellow RCA. So you're going to connect to the yellow RCA. Okay, that's connected. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to find, you want to look for the here's the harness, here's the full harness here, so I'm going to use it, the one that's not connected. So you want to find the wire that's marked reverse CONT. In this case, it's an orange wire. So you're going to connect that to that, okay? And that's going to be your connection for the rear cam for the AuCar 10.5 inch. And for the front cam, you're going to find the yellow RCA that is marked AUX-V. So it's going to be aux video is basically what it's going to be. Okay? So that's going to be your RCA connect, and then you're going to look for the antenna CONT. That's going to be your power. Now, and then you go find the aux app. It's either going to be up here in the top or it's going to be in your app tray. And it's going to come up here. And there's your front cam. So basically it's just a little bit different. The cam wire the same as far as the the basic connections, but the reverse cam and the front cam are slightly different. So very easy. There's just two connections for each cam behind the head unit, and that's all you do. One thing on the front cam, and it should be set by default, but what you want to do is go into settings, and then you're going to see what says antenna power, and just make sure that's on. You shut that off and the antenna power or the front cam won't work, so you need to have that on, and it should be default on when you get the head unit. Now we're going to do the AcarNavi 9-inch screen. This is the AcarNavi. It's going to be pretty close to the same thing as the AuCar, but just slightly different. So the camera that it comes with is going to look just like the front camera. So on the head unit side, you're going to have a yellow RCA and a red wire. On the camera side, you're going to have a yellow RCA. You're going to have the same pigtail that's black, and it's going to plug into the red. And then you have your little extra wire here, and so you're going to plug the red wire coming out of the RCA. Okay, you're going to connect it to this pigtail, and then you could ground it in the trunk somewhere if you so choose, but it works without grounding. And then there's your camera. Okay, once again, it's an AHD 720 camera. Okay, so the connections that you want to make behind the head unit are pretty much the same as the AuCar. So you have this connector right here with the two little short wires and a pink wire. And you're going to connect the camera R. It's going to say camera R on the AcarNavi. And that's going to be your connection. The power on the main harness is going to be the brown reverse wire. So you're going to take the brown reverse wire and the red wire and connect it. And that's going to be your connection for the rear cam for the AcarNavi 9-inch screen. And that's all you do. And then we're going to take the front cam, which all the connections are going to be the same. What I just showed you a second ago on the rear cam. So you're going to have the yellow and the red that go to the head unit, and then you're going to have the yellow RCA to yellow RCA, and then you're going to have the pigtail, the red and black pigtail, and you're going to connect the red, and then you're going to plug in this black and red connector right here. You're going to plug that in. Okay, and then on the head unit side, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to plug in the aux. So you'll see that it says AUX, and then it also says CVBS-in. So pretty much the same as the AuCar. Okay, so for the front cam on the back of the AcarNavi 9-inch screen, okay, you need to connect the power to the SPCONT. So it'll be a white wire that says SPCONT. Okay, and then once again the AUX, CBS-in. So you want to find the one that says AUX on it. Okay, now on the other end, the same thing, the power. Now on this one, if you do not connect the ground, you are going to get nothing. Okay, so you have to connect the ground, and there it is. So I had to get back out of the app, completely close it, and then get back into it. So this has to be grounded. So on the AuCar, it doesn't matter. It still works if you do not have it grounded. But the AcarNavi, you have to have the front cam grounded on that side. So slightly different. For the final reverse settings connections, we're going to do the brand new 13.6-inch AcarNavi Tesla screen. Now this is also going to be the same in the 13.6-inch Quattroporte screen that I sell too. It's going to connect the same way. So you're going to get the same reverse cam as what I just showed in for the 9-inch AcarNavi. So remember, the AcarNavi and the AuCar come with slightly different cams. So this is what you're going to get again with the AcarNavi. So you're going to have the two connections behind the head unit, and then you're going to, on the camera side, you're going to have the double RCA, the black and the red with the pigtail. That's going to be your power. You need to connect the power. And I would just go ahead, no matter on what you're installing, if you're using this pigtail, the black, the red and black, if you're using that, always just go ahead and always ground it. It's always a good thing to ground them. So that's just kind of a rule of thumb. Obviously, if you're not using that, you can just either cut them off or just tape them up and leave them. So what you're going to do for the reverse cam, you're going to find the RCA. It's going to be, this is going to be the pigtail on the back. Okay, you're going to find the one that says camera, and you're going to plug it in, and then you need to find the reverse wire on the main harness. It's going to be on this big main harness. It's going to say reverse, and it's a brown wire. So just like the AcarNavi 9-inch screen, you're going to use the brown reverse wire. And they're all marked, so you shouldn't have a problem finding it. Okay, and that's how you do the reverse one. Now for the front cam, once again, And it's going to be a single unit with 3 RCAs. You're going to find the aux in right there. You're going to find the power antenna, the PANT, the blue wire, and that is going to be your power for the front cam. Okay, I have it connected to the aux in power wire for the ANT, the power PANT, the power antenna, and then I have the aux in. So you're going to go over and find your aux app. It's going to be just like the AuCar. And there you go. And there's your antenna, your front cam. So I'm going to pretty much list everything down below on each one and the power connections, just so I have it worded correctly and everything. So if you have any questions, you could just email me at Caymanspyder@gmail.com, www.elliottmotorsports.biz, and you could purchase all this good stuff. I appreciate everybody watching, and we'll see you on the next video.